Hey guys, last week we went into one of our hives and we had to do a Demaree split. I've never done one before, and so this week we're going to check and see if there's queen cells up top, see if our queen is still in the bottom. I don't know if it even worked, so come along with me. You're all zipped up? All right. So this is our hive with the Demaree. I think our first step today, we need to get into this bottom box and see if there's a queen bee in there or not. If there isn't, I think we're gonna let one of these queens emerge. I think that's really our only goal, our only choice. If she is still down there, that's super good. We'll take down all of the queen cells in this top box, and we will basically let all the brood up here emerge, and we'll reintroduce all of these bees to that queen here in a couple of weeks. All right, so let's pop in here. Let's see what they've done. Give them a little heads up that we're here. Oh yeah. So kind of the setup right now. I know our last video cut off, the battery died on the camera, but we've got the new brood box with one frame, which had the queen down here. There's a queen excluder, this yellow piece, which is stopping her from working up into these other boxes. These are all honey supers, so these are full of honey frames. And then up top here is actually the original brood box that was down here. We took the queen out of this, moved her down there, and put all of the other brood frames up here, removed all of the cells off of the frames up here. And I'm assuming these bees will think that they are now queenless because the queen's stuck down here. So they should have drawn out some queen cells for us to see today. Oh yeah. It's a little warm out today. It's about 75 degrees here. We're in central Iowa. And these are some sticky frames. The propolis is definitely sticky up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean some of that up. Show you guys what that looks like. So that is all propolis. It's like glue that the bees use to stick everything together. That's why when I push on this box, the box doesn't just slide off of everything here. They've got all of these boxes glued together. We'll get, oh, watch out, buddy. Watch out. Try and keep them calm, cool, collected. We don't want to squish anybody. Watch out. Yeah, so you can see on my gloves, it's all propolis from using them. I'm a newer beekeeper. You see some guys who do this all day, every day, with hundreds of hives. Their gear is just covered in this stuff. It's hard to get rid of. So we'll coax those guys down. Let's break in here. Really our first goal here, we should actually get down to this bottom brood box. We shouldn't really touch this one because we may need the queen cells that are up here. So let's zip down there. Let's see what they've got going on. So you can see the queen excluder attached to the bottom there. The holes that are in that are only big enough for a worker bee to get through. So there's probably a whole bunch of male drones stuck up here. And if any of the queen cells were to emerge, those queens would get stuck up here as well. So that's the reason for having that one up top. This is a honey super which shouldn't have any brood in it. All of these frames at some point should get filled up with honey. So we'll take a look here. They have not filled this one out. I've got some drawn comb here to show you guys. This is what a almost full honey frame looks like. All of those cells are full. And then they start capping these over. Once the moisture content is low enough, they will cap it over. It's basically like canning, and it'll preserve it in there. The other side here, you can see how much they've capped over. So a lot of that's getting worked on right now. If you want to see down into the hive, that one's almost completely capped over. But honey is not the story today. We will wait on honey for another month here. Today's story, where's the queen? Is she in here? Is she not? Has she stuck around? Who knows? Oh, look at all those bees. They are working that honey. A lot of bees in that box. Ooh, a little rough. I'm actually gonna take this box, set it over here, take this other honey box. If there is a queen in that top brood box, I wanna keep her right where she's at. And then here is a completely new box of honey frames, mediums.
What's this?
This is a feeder. So when we initially installed this, like I said, this was the bottom box on here. And as a nucleus colony, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 frames here that are original to this nucleus. The 5th frame is actually down in here. That's what the queen was on. But we had to kind of kickstart them, give them some food here at the start of May. So this is a feeder that you can fill up with just sugar water. So they can walk down these little tubes and grab food. But now that we're collecting honey, we haven't fed them in a little over a month now. So let's see here. So it is good to see that they have stuck around and are worried about the frames down here. Okay, that's hopeful. That's not a sure telltale sign, but to me that should mean that there's a queen down here that's laying eggs and needs space to lay. So what a beautiful day to check the bees. It's a little warm, but cannot complain. Still, there's not a ton of heat or wind. So these frames, these are deep frames. These are what we want the queen to lay on. They have not drawn these out, so there will be beeswax that they draw off of this. I'll show you a couple frames where they are drawing. I can see down in here, they've started drawing some wax. Look at them all sticking to each other. See how they're holding on to each other down in there? As I split these apart. That's, they hold on to each other so they can measure the gap in between spots. So they're drawing out this frame right here, and they want to see how big that gap is. So they're measuring it by holding on to each other. Look at them hanging on. Oh, that's crazy. So we'll get down in here. The name of the game today is, are they queen right? Looks like they got some wonky comb going on, which I don't really care for. Not seeing anything that would say a queen is here quite yet. But that's a lot of bees right there, huh, buddy? It
is.
So I got my brother-in-law with me today. And is this your first time working the bees like this?
It is.
Yeah, this is fun. So there is some good comb getting drawn right here under these bees. And they're filling that with nectar. See how shiny it is? That's nectar, so they'll dry that out, turn that into honey. little smoke here. Pretty calm today, which is hopeful, because when they're not queen right, they are usually not very happy. Excuse me. Try not to squish anybody. Cool.
It is cool how they hold on to each other.
Yeah. So nectar, nectar, nectar. What do we got here? Different colored wax. Not seeing a queen. Just take a little gander around. Put this frame back. So the smoke is basically covering up any pheromones that they want to emit. Bees speak to each other using smell. And if they feel threatened, they'll let off different pheromones. So the smoke is one to kind of get them out of the way. Gets them to get out of there. As you can see, they kind of move away. They don't like the smoke. But it also covers up any pheromones that they're trying to emit. Let's see. So we got a couple of things to keep an eye on here. I'm not going to set this frame down. Looks like try and keep the edge on there. This would be prime territory for a queen bee. You can see some bigger bees. This is a drone.
Yep.
That's a male. They got a play cup right there. There is larvae down in here, so let's keep our eyes peeled. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for that queen bee because she wanted to swarm. She showed us that last week. There's a good probability that she did. I mean, once they have that tendency, once they have the urge to swarm, I think it's kind of hard to convince them not to, but there's a possibility she's down here. She's stuck around. That's another drone right there. This guy's working a cup here.
Queen?
Could turn into a queen cell. We'll take a peek at it here in a minute. See if it's got a queen in it or not.
Is that one right there? That looks big.
That's a drone right there. Yeah. Good eye though. They are tricky. The queen bee is going to look like one of these worker bees, but with a way bigger body on her. Not necessarily a bigger head. Like this guy's huge.
Yeah.
See that? Let's see if we can find her. She might have taken off on us. I notice a lot of these cells here are full of pollen that they've brought in, and then they've got larvae. You can see the white larvae down in those cells. So there was a queen in here within the last 5 days, but she might have taken off. We've had some good weather. Oh, I'm doing it again. Let's actually get our hands in a better spot. Good. There we go. Set that down in there super gently. We'll have to remember there is a cup on there. Actually, we should check the cup. We should just see.
Yeah.
Are they drawing out a cell? Because if they are, I mean, the Demaree didn't work, right? Splitting her down into this bottom box did not deter them from swarming. Let's see, where was it? Yeah, and there's tons down here on the bottom too.
There's another one right here too.
Yep. I don't see any of them. Doesn't look charged to me. That one isn't. Oh. That one's charged. Look. So, set this here. But this cup right there has white
Yep.
down in it. That's the royal jelly. That's the food that these nurse bees have fed to a small egg, to a small larva, to turn it into a queen. Okay? So, I think they just want to swarm regardless. And this queen might have taken off. I mean, who knows? That's unfortunate. Look at them all lined up watching us.
Mm-hmm.
See them all?
Yeah.
They're saying, hey, are we supposed to attack you? Get out of here. Don't pay attention to me. Keep working that honey. So we'll let nature do its course here. They may have already swarmed. Maybe by moving her down.
All that honey.
Yeah, there's definitely a flow on right now. You can see this is what a drawn out frame is supposed to look like. Well, sorta. But I was supposed to use this area for honey. There's eggs down in here, which is crazy.
Really?
Yep. She could be on this frame. So let's keep our eyes out. Crawling around on here.
Have you found them before?
Yeah, I saw her last time. I was able to take her off of a frame and put her down in this box. But she could have flown off what looks like a day ago. These eggs are starting to fall over. So they're not straight up and down. When she lays them, they'll point straight up. And they'll start to fall over for about 3 days. So you can kind of gauge an egg's age by how far it's leaning over. I think it's 2 days, maybe 3 days old, some of these. So that's like just a way for us to kind of see, well, when's the last time she could have been in here, right? These frames, they're drawing a lot of wonky comb on these, huh?
Yeah.
What's crazy is they haven't drawn any cups on this frame. You know?
Yeah.
Which, if they were queenless, you'd think they'd take some of these fresh eggs. I think they're just ready to swarm, you know? I don't see her. Do not see her. Hopefully someone in the comments sees her. Hey, she's right there! Put this back the same way. Drop it down in there. No eggs on this frame. Ooh. What have we got over here?
Yeah, is that one? Is that her right there?
Where?
You see that big one right here? That one.
That's a drone.
Drone?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Yeah, no. So hard.
Like not that either.
That's a drone. Let's see. So I'm gonna take my hand, we'll move some bees here. Get an idea for what's going on in this hive. Nectar, nectar. It's just a frame of nectar. Which is why those drones are hanging out on there. They're hungry. Their job in life is to go out and mate with new queens. That's it. They don't forage, they don't bring anything else to the hive's life cycle other than reproducing. Not a ton going here. Some drones. That's a drone. Maybe in one of these other hives we'll find a queen, I'll show you. Shouldn't really need to dig through them though. Alright. Well, guys, it looks like she's probably swarmed. So, kind of thinking about the next move here. If she took off, we need to let the bees kind of do their thing here for 3 or 4 weeks. Today's the 20th of June, so July 20th, I would hope that they have a mated queen in here. Give her time to develop, hatch, and then get mated, and then start laying again. So that's for my notes, July 20th. Should have eggs in here. Okay. Toss these back in here. And we're gonna put this back together the way it is. Well, actually, it doesn't make sense to have a Demaree going because they want to swarm regardless. So I'm going to put the other brood box back on top of here in its regular configuration. We'll put all of these together. Okay. And then it doesn't matter if these queens emerge or not. There's not a queen down here. And if there is, she's one to swarm here in the next week anyways. She's got charged cells. I think that there's probably cells in here. We could probably pull out a frame. Find one. I know that there was 5 or 6 last week. We could see if she maybe already emerged in here. These frames should be easy to get out. They're new-ish. So you can see the queen cells drawn out here. And they are all charged from what I can see. Can you see down in this?
Oh yeah, there's definitely white stuff in them.
Yep. You won't see the larvae yet, but those are all going to get drawn out They'll look like a peanut. And we might find...
And they all fight?
There is a chance that they do fight. Whichever one emerges first usually will go around and kill off these other cells before they hatch. So usually the first one to emerge is victorious. What I'll do actually, take that, place it there, cover that hive up a little bit. Maybe we can see some of those bigger cells. Might actually see one right here on this frame.
That one's probably heavy.
It's a heavier frame, for sure. Whoa, sorry guys. Oh, I thought this one was drawn out further. This one here.
Oh, that one's like by the hatch, right?
That's a drone cell. Yeah. So the drones have a little bit bigger cells, so it does get kind of popped out a little bit. You can see the size difference really well. There's a drone right here. Regular
right
worker
there.
bee. Yep. 2 drones. Like I said, all those drones are kind of stuck up here in the top box. There's larvae up here that they've grown out this week.
More capsules.
Yeah. Those have not been laid in. There's one up here. See that?
Mm-hmm.
A good trick, since this was the bottom brood box, a good trick is actually, we can flip this. Sometimes you'll see the peanuts on the bottom that they've drawn out. I don't see, maybe you have a better vantage point, but I don't see any actually on the bottoms of the frames here, which you'll sometimes see. Yoink! Oh, sorry guys. If you guys would stop growing queen cells, we wouldn't have to go through all of this. You can just make a deal with them. Stop swarming. That's a lot of pollen right there.
Oh, it's running the honey?
The pollen they won't. That's their protein. But you can see all the different colors of pollen, different flowers that they've got in there. I was hoping to find a bigger queen cell in here. There's some older brood. You can actually see a bee. Move! There's a bee emerging. Right there. See that? Chewing its way out of its cell. It's about to climb out.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that crazy? And it's right to work. It's got to come out here in any second. I don't see any other cells on this one.
This one's crawling out. Oh, like 2 of them crawling out right here.
Yeah, so most of these
They're about to
capped
hatch.
cells are about to hatch. Yeah.
He's better crawl out.
You can do it, buddy. So that's a female. All of them. Well, except for those drones. These guys are kind of getting pissed. You can do it.
Oh, he's crawling out.
Here he comes. Oh, he's so close. She is so close.
Oh, she came out.
Look at this guy, halfway out.
Oh, yeah.
out of there. Trying to muster the strength to, oh, there we go.
Right to work.
Right to work. Clean your room. All right. I don't see any. This could have a ton of cells on it. Let's see. Nope. That one frame had a lot of cells.
Mm-hmm.
These are all drone cells here. These ones.
Oh, yeah.
And that's honey, and that's nectar, and then the orange is the pollen. Crazy, huh? Let's button this guy back up. And I've got a frame over here, chocked full of cells. And we'll get all of this kind of tightened up. You don't want any spacing issues, that's why we got all that wonky comb. And this one's just gonna go, well, pump the brakes a second. Get inside. You're gonna get smushed. Yoink. Look at that landing. Perfect. Smoke those guys down. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, our hive is probably queenless right now. We didn't see her. There were some eggs from probably yesterday or the day before. She could be hanging out. I don't think so. There's a charged cell down there. I think she wants to take off regardless. So I'm gonna put this one here. Hopefully they don't run off with all of our honey. A lot of work going on in these. But if they do, that's the name of the game. I enjoy you guys coming along with us. Alec, I appreciate you videotaping. We're gonna go through the rest of these hives and make sure they got enough space, but besides putting a box or two on, not a whole lot to do. Yeah, we'll bring you guys along, follow along with this hive over the next month. We'll see how they progress. And hopefully here, start of August, we'll do a honey harvest. Should have plenty of fun doing that. So if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We're bringing weekly bee update videos all season long. Get to see how we're doing. So appreciate you guys watching. Have a great weekend.